Well, thank you once again for joining Super 24 TV. Information at all, and I will see a blog about Jeffery Asare. For the first time, I reacted to Siwa, a GFA Siwa, no, or sending a rate of sermons. Now, are you ready? Or say, Netie for a month for Nsuru. He doesn't fear. He was born tough skin, and Atta Poku so add in a voice. Atta Poku ase urem kakra on the same issue regarding Sompa FM GFA Zenzemia was open another kind of poems where young Corneille Kuti Atta Poku and Jeffery Asare. Jeffrey for the first time mutia or send home fanedy, but you can feel say the spirits near a bit low or send home and fano. Young Corneille Kuti patch on subscribe ya Super 24 TV no subscribe. It's Jeff.
Sompa. Yeah. Yes, Maminda Omo look, menya course free baby abro training Ghana nyina colleague journalist midomo nyina ase midobi ase. Yejuma din is the sanity. Yes. Open no credit, those things will happen. Niame kana say afi oma servienti nyame aduma your lawyers ebe responded to it. Na niaka no and the chiasem ne bebe bia nso ejuma dwumadi adi nyina edima yeti for no mo hwen. Na ni abeba we emrasem ti aba no baby amra no dan e de befa ho. Yes. Ejuma di edi so yebeto aso edi kama emre du na ese e ko honso ne ko di asem so yebeto aso aye Sompa Sports enti any danger problem kra no problem say me ankasa been feeling fine because e ko akra by sabe we ha but ni om ne say bibia dedin mo bia nso bibia dedin o de ase bibia dedin Musumfo Jeffery Asare ni Sompa yebeto aso asum Sompa ti bibia dedin oh oni mi yabo me ana ne mamu ye din ana mepe. Yes ana nyame ma me a son of the Archbishop Duncan Williams. Yes obi oye action night bia no Archbishop Chiro say oh no you must always blaze the trail and oh yeah no you must be ready for any consequence. So they say enti no na ye di enyi no and then in common na ye kan dey em say the dey free ban in Sompa studios e best repi na odi na adura Pentecost prison. Okay, we refer to Pentecost prison. I know you only akomia na ho. And as I do we koi. Omo no kwa akuse. E ho na ben Jeff. Okay. Okay, apostle boy. Only bike na akuse. Amo akuse. Ela lutake so we. Yeji. Always we had this way. Na krawozo de vans. The omo for amonfu. Ba be dem say wa ha. I shot this entropy. Sompa Sports. Oh yeah, go only be right, yeah go. After his suit came out, and then Prosper Harris-Sinado, and then Mr. Osekre, His Excellency the President of the Football Republic. Now, the most interesting thing I found out over the weekend, and they say, time no more University of Ghana, Legon, Ibrahim Sani Dara, Osekre, Kwame Barnyako, and then Prosper Harris-Sinado, they all had Radio Universe on the sports show. Prosper and a producer of the sports show. Oh, okay. So that is a relationship that stretches way back. They continued in London, so they've been friends. And Kate Osekre, I'm reliably informed, rewards loyalty. Yeah, that's one of his attributes as a person. Oh, okay. So in the sign cha, no mujidia, he rewards loyalty, no matter where he goes. He has a similar thing with Michael Osekre. Vision FC Ayanediano. They've come far. Just like everybody, time has come to Chief of Staff of the Ghana Football Association was people were wondering, Ghana Football Association Chief of Staff. And I think sometimes you need to be interested in a lot of the things that happen. Especially for education purposes. So for Ghana Football Association Statutes 2019, Article 44K and 44O, it explains the powers of the General Secretary and what he could do. Now, 44K, this is what is there. He will propose to the Executive Council for approval the appointment of Deputy General Secretaries. Yes. All other appointments may be made by the General Secretary subject to the approval of the Executive Council. So appointments like this are very, very possible. Sir. Of course, that is the the General Secretary has the capacity to make other appointments for the Executive Council.
So imagine you are Mr. Osekre. Now, I'm our appointment. No, now they are executive council normal approve. Why can't he call himself the chief of staff?
Yes.
He's a staff of the FA. That is if this is what has been done on record. Mpacho dem ken what say. Exactly. Nti eba asa na em say na mu bebre na mo pre mo sa no na em we kaka. He's entitled to that.
Chief of staff.
Exactly. But you say Mr. Randy had the time now Ryan and he did a lot of things for operational purposes. Not more friendly the chief of staff then, but it was within. Young kind of crunchy on Jeffery when he was there, he was even calling himself the chief of staff. The only difference between them and Mr. Osekre is that Mr. Osekre is not an elected officer. Yes. Unless the executive council he's very much entitled to that based on the provisions in the statutes of the Ghana Football Association. Wonderful. Sometimes you need to be balanced and open-minded to understand this. Now, assuming without admitting, and this is very critical for this discourse, so Mr. Michael Osekre, a staff of the FA, I would want to ask the GFA some 3 questions this morning.
Questions, Ben.
Good. Now, these are my questions. I decided to find out more about Mr. Michael Osekre. Right. So I decided to read around, and then I didn't copy a website there, friend, a transfer marked.
Yes.
Now, I copy a transfer marked. You know, I saw his name there as an agent for one of our players, Samuel Owusu.
Yes.
Now, website here, friend, the transfer marked. Nipa any dear friend Axel Springer, a German website.
Yes.
25 most visited German websites in the world. And it's one of the biggest websites and the most informative and one of the most credible websites when it comes to matters about players, or agents, or value. Any other player, you have a transfer market. Now, I don't know how they managed to list Mr. Osekre as a player agent. Unless probably Mr. Osekre, again, assuming without admitting, has submitted his documents as a player agent to them. Transfer market. Now, if Mr. Osekre is a transfer agent, as listed here, this investigation is as credible as and now about 5:30 when I was doing my notes for the program.
Yes.
Until I would want the TV to project the date of this very research and the time the screenshot was taken for the purposes of clarity and emphasis. See, time now, and that's 19th December 2022, 5:35 a.m. So this data is as accurate as this Monday morning. And at the time of the suit, the chief of staff is there. So the FA, if indeed Mr. Osekre has been announced and promoted, and approved by the ESCO, then we have a case to absolute. Okay, so this is him with Samuel Owusu. You get the point. So
Owusu call
exactly.
Good.
So if transfer market, no, what I say, because me na minim say Owusu bought Vision FC. What I say, until Owusu and the player Vision FC in there. So he's entitled to that. No, forget why Obi Abeka and then Osekre Obi Abwa. But the moment transfer marked enlist him as a transfer agent, as a player agent, the statutes of FIFA and the GFA and CAF both prohibit somebody who is a player agent because of conflict of interest from being part of the FA. Yes. So if he doesn't know, this is the information on transfer marked about him, which lists him as a player agent. And if it is the case, the FA then, if, assuming without admitting, he's been nominated by the General Secretary as per the statutes of the FA, and then he has been approved by the Executive Council, then they are dealing with the player agent. And yes, sir, he should quickly go and correct it. They may say, transfer marked. And some one who say, or a player agent. Because Samuel Owusu profiler. And you also ne about Vision FC, now there's the club president, Mr. Michael Osekre. Name him Mr. Michael Osekre and the player agent. And knowing how that website is credible, me sure some beji documents are HRSA and some normal list. Oko transfer market player be open as in be abonding. Ube send oko the profiler agency representing an agent or representing once this is there, it is problematic. I'm appealing to the Ghana Football Association, which has a general secretary who is a lawyer, that in 48 hours they should clarify this for